Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In today's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this new horror thriller movie from Neon. And today, I just got back from seeing it today at my local Cinemark movie theater. And I know a lot of people have really been talking about this movie lately, and so I was gonna wait for this movie to come out on digital like sometime around the Halloween season for spooky season until like by the time I do check this movie out. But then I changed my mind when I heard a lot of people have been talking about this movie lately, like after it came out the same day as Fly Me to the Moon. So this review is on Longlegs. Longlegs is the new horror thriller movie released by Neon, and this is also my second time, and this is also my second movie from Neon I saw in theaters after I saw last year's movie Ferrari, which was another Neon film, which was the first Neon film I saw in theaters. And yeah, this comes to us from the company itself, Neon, and so anyway, like Longlegs goes like this. The story of Longlegs is about an FBI agent known as Lee Harker. And so Lee Harker is assigned to an unsolved serial killer case that takes an unexpected turn, revealing evidence of the it basically like reveals evidence and of course the movie the scenes in this movie are divided into three chapters. Yeah, three chapters. So Lee Harker discovers a personal connection to the killer and must stop him before he strikes again. And we got ourselves like a horror thriller movie that Lee Harker has to try and solve this serial killer case. And the serial killer is also known as the name of the movie as well, Longlegs. And of course Longlegs is also played by Nicolas Cage. Yeah. So this comes to us from the let me just say the writer and director of this movie is actually Oz Perkins, or Oz Perkins is actually the son of Anthony Perkins, like the late Anthony Perkins, who's best known for playing Norman Bates in the Alfred Hitchcock film Psycho. And of course, Oz Perkins is the director and writer of this movie Longlegs. And so I first heard about this movie when I saw trailers and TV commercials for this movie like before it came out, like earlier this month on July 12th. So and like I said at the beginning of this video, I originally I was gonna wait to check out this movie for the Halloween spooky season, but then I changed my mind when I saw a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter have really been talking about this movie a lot. So because I've been hearing lots of awesome things about this movie, and so I changed my mind, and so I went and saw it by myself today, and I just got back from seeing it and reviewing it right now. And I'm gonna have to say, guys, I absolutely loved Longlegs. Yeah, because you're right, guys. Longlegs was actually an awesome, amazing horror thriller movie released this year. Yeah, and it was also a blast too. And I gotta say, this is actually like one of the better horror films that came out this year. Cause and so far this year, 2024 has been a pretty decent year for horror movies. At least it got better after those two disappointments that I watched, Night Swim and Imaginary, and I still have not seen Tarot or The Strangers Chapter 1 since I heard those sucked. But I think this year has been getting better for horror films lately, and I gotta say, Longlegs is definitely one of the best horror films that came out this year. And yes, it is like a horror thriller movie, and there are some occasional jump shocks here and there, and the theme of this movie kind of gives you those like vibes of the Silence of the Lambs and Seven, that Brad Pitt movie Seven. Yeah, and that's two great movies that I personally enjoyed and loved, Silence of the Lambs and the Brad Pitt movie Seven from David Fincher. Yeah. And I gotta say, the performances in this movie were actually really good. The performances were good from Micah Monroe as Lee Harker. Like, I think she did great, and Blair Underwood was also good in the film too. And of course, can't go wrong with Nicolas Cage here, because even though Nicolas Cage is not really in the movie that much, since the movie mainly focuses on Lee Harker. But Nicolas Cage was still fun in the movie, and because you can't go wrong with Nicolas Cage in like a movie. And of course, every time you see the Saturn Films logo on screen, you know it's going to be a Nicolas Cage movie, because that's his production company, by the way, Saturn Films, named after the planet Saturn. And I will say, guys, Longlegs I really enjoyed a lot, and it's also one of my new favorite horror films that came out this year, along with Maxine. Although Maxine kind of feels more like a mystery thriller movie. Well, and this movie's kind of like that, because Longlegs is kind of almost like Maxine, of course, because since both movies are considered horror movies, while at the same time the themes in both films kind of feel like they're more of like a mystery thriller movie. Even though I will say Longlegs is more of a thriller movie, while Maxine is more of a mystery thriller film. Yeah. Although, like I said, there are some jump shocks here and there, and some jump scares here and there, and they were pretty easy to sit through for me. And I gotta say, Oz Perkins actually does a fantastic job writing this movie and directing it too. Yeah, and of course some scenes were scary here and there in terms of a horror film that's done right. And I also like how this movie is shot. Of course, I like how the cinematography and the way this film is shot. It kind of makes it like it's like the camera angles and camera views from the like how this movie is shot. It's kind of almost like one of those serious films where the camera is actually played out as like in low quality. Yeah, it's kind of like almost like low quality film is what I'm talking about. And and I gotta say the story itself is pretty interesting too. Like I said, it gives you those vibes of Seven and Silence of the Lambs, like I saw in one of the reviews and in one of the TV commercials. And it's probably like one of those newer horror films I can't really like spoil too much. It's just in case some of you guys have not seen it yet, or if some of you guys out there have never seen a trailer or TV commercial for this film, because it's kind of almost like the 2022 film Barbarian, like because there was like little marketing for Barbarian because they didn't want to give away too much, and so. Yeah, this movie's kind of like Barbarian, of course. Like how the marketing to both films didn't want to give away any spoilers too much. They didn't want to give too much away. Yeah. So overall, Longlegs was an amazing, awesome horror film and one of my personal favorites that came out this year. And I'm glad I went and saw it by myself. And I was actually the only person in the theater in my screening, because not a single moviegoer also went and saw it. Because I was actually the only person in the theater. That's actually happened to me before as well. Yeah, other times I was the only person in the auditorium. But anyway, Longlegs was awesome, and I'm gonna give Longlegs 4.5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't seen Longlegs yet, and if you're interested in checking out this movie, then I say I highly recommend it. And there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Longlegs. And yes, I will definitely be seeing Deadpool and Wolverine on Friday. So yeah, stay tuned for my Deadpool and Wolverine review. So as always, thanks for watching, and if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.